Hey, folks, welcome to Market Intraday Analysis by InTheMoneyStocks.com, your leaders in pure technical analysis, avoiding all that Wall Street hype. This video for Thursday, June 7th, 2012 is sponsored by Realtic. Alright guys, let's take a look. I'm in a current trade right now. I'll update you as I'm in this trade live, so I'm going to have to kind of pay attention to it on one screen. Facebook, I currently just picked up a little position. I was able to catch the breakout here earlier today, and then this bullish pattern staying above the moving averages. In addition, you have a nice trend line down here to keep support at, and as long as the stock stays above here with this bullish consolidation inside bar pattern, I'm playing for a little bit of a breakup. My entry was 26.68, and it's right now trading at 26.76, so I'm up a little bit on it. Once I'm up a little bit more, I'll put a break-even stop. We'll check back on it later in the session, but nonetheless, just having a little fun this afternoon on a few little trades. All right, bottom line is, let's take a look at the SPY. Markets are having a little bit of an up move today, and again, we are seeing the Dow Jones Industrial Average trading up about 100 points on the day. NASDAQ is up 3 points, so not much of a gain on the NASDAQ. And the S&P 500 is up 8 points, or 0.6%. So again, that's what we're seeing here on the markets. You can see it's a pretty lackluster day. We had Bernanke speaking this morning. Last night, the reason why the futures gapped up this morning, last night China cut interest rates by 25 basis points. So that cut on interest rates propelled the market up. Obviously, a stronger China, when money is freer or costs less in China or in any country, that means the economy has more ability to kind of make some moves. So ultimately, you had a gap up on the spiders here this morning on the S&P 500. The markets then faded as Bernanke's comments came out. They weren't really anything of note. He didn't say we're going to do QE3 or anything like that. And without that comment, the markets again faded here a little bit and have just traded sideways the rest of the day. You've gone up, you've gone down. Volume has really died out now going into the end of the day on Thursday today. All right, so that's what we have going on the SPY charts right now. Let's go over a couple other things. The dollar starting to kind of just chop around here. You had a nice gap down on the dollar, then a push up, and then you've come back down here and just chopping around. Not much to speak of, in all honesty, on the UUP. Taking a look at gold. I actually scalped gold today. I want to go over the trade here because I think it's very, very important for you guys to see exactly how I'm trading and why I'm trading. Essentially, gold was selling off sharply. And when anything sells off sharply, I'm always on alert for a possible trade. And again, what you saw here was a beautiful drop as the dollar was surging, and Bernanke didn't say anything about QE3. That means that's bad for the dollar, or the dollar will strengthen, obviously, if they're not going to print more money. And gold just collapsed. Now, as gold collapsed here, what I noticed was you had an extended gold chart, and the chart itself was coming into this pivot right here. So if you take this pivot from the 29th of May and just draw it right across, you get a great little possible entry right here. So I put out my order just below that line on a piercing basis, and ultimately it came down, pierced, took it, and then bounced up. And again, beautiful bounce right there on the GLD. I took some nice profits on that trade. So there's been a couple nice little trades here and there on the charts today. Okay? And just be aware that the day trading, the swing trading, it's there for the taking. We have some great volatility in this market over the last month or two as the cycle date has played out beautifully. Our cycle date, which we called perfectly on the down cycle from mid-March. And that just means there's more trades out there to have, which means more profits if you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, you're getting clobbered. I mean, that's the bottom line right there. All right, SLV is trading down 71 cents today. A little bit of an intraday choppy bearish pattern here that could play out in the next couple days on the SLV. And again, notice the drop here, really great drop, and then the bear flag right here. That does tell me there could be more weakness in the coming days on the SLV. USO itself, same general chart. A lot of these commodities gapped up today because the dollar was weak and everyone was hoping for positive comments from Bernanke, and ultimately that didn't come to fruition. So again, that's the way it's played out right now. Oil gapping sharply higher and then just collapsing down to the flat line, now trading slightly on the negative side. Okay, so that's what we have there. Let's take a look at JP Morgan Chase. JPM up about 20 cents, and all these charts look the same. I mean, they all gapped up because the market gapped up and then they fell. China interest rates cuts is generally a positive for China in the global picture, but the markets again have rallied so much in the last few days, it's hard for them to continue that move. All right, very, very hard. We were advising our members to go long a few days ago, but now obviously we're looking to take profits and not go long. We're even starting to eye some shorting opportunities. So things like that, very important to kind of keep your eyes on. Okay? Next up, what do we have here? Let's take a look at Goldman Sachs, down 14 cents today. You can see a sharp, sharp drop off the highs and then a nice little bounce. You're now just hovering above these moving averages, which again, there's not much resistance above here. So you could float up towards the end of the day on that chart. And again, just something to kind of pay attention to here as we continue to trade in the afternoon session. All right, U.S. Steel is trading up 34 cents on the day. Same general chart. This is a commodity stock, so that's why that is trading in that vicinity. And taking a look here at MasterCard. MasterCard's up 65 cents. Not much doing there as well. All right, Facebook is now trading at 26.80 on the afternoon session, so I'm up a little bit on it. I'll probably put in a break-even stop here and just protect myself and let it run. Again, I think there's a chance it gets above 27 in the afternoon session here, but I want to protect myself, and I've made some good money today on trades that you never want to give back if you've made great money. Okay. Scanning to a couple other stocks. How's Apple doing today? Let's take a look at Apple. Yeah, Apple again, very choppy intraday session. A majority of the gains on a lot of these stocks are done for now, and we just want to kind of keep an eye on things. You can see again the gap up, the fall into the moving averages, the bounce, and now it's kind of just chopping around. I got to keep my eyes on Facebook here. Facebook's starting to go, guys. Beautiful little pop here, 26.85. I'm almost up 20 cents on this. The key is, again, this was your bullish consolidation right here, staying above these triple support areas right here, and it's, again, starting to make a nice little move, 26.84 now on the print. Your 200 moving average is 26.96. I'm looking for a Pierce of 27, essentially, to move out of that. And again, I do have a feeling it has a good chance of achieving that goal at some point in the afternoon session over the next few. And again, at this point, I'm up basically 20 cents, 22.85 now. Break even stop, guys. So this cannot be a losing trade. You're watching me trade live, by the way. I mean, this is a live trade. I gave it to you as soon as we started. It was 10 cents lower than it is currently now. So we'll continue to monitor the Facebook trade as I continue in this video. But just to go over a couple other charts out there, let's take a look at Amazon. Amazon is trading up $2.20. Nice little bounce on Amazon there. But again, there's nothing there. It's just choppy action, very little action there to trade. We've had to choose wisely on our trades today, but they've worked out beautifully. So that's what we're going to continue to do. Let's just go back to the SPY. SPY is trading here. Same general thing. Gap up, fell down to the 20, bounced, and has just gone sideways the rest of the day. The markets at this point are just back to Europe. We got the news from China. We got the news from the Federal Reserve. We got the news from everyone out there. We now want to focus on what's going on in Europe again. And that'll be the focus for next week again. Absolutely. By the way, folks, 7-day free trial to the Research Center, 7-day free trial to the Intraday Stock Chat. You can come here to InTheMoneyStocks.com, start learning our proprietary methods that work. Obviously, you're seeing them in person right now during this video, but the methods work on all time frames. If you're an investor, a swing trader, a day trader, it doesn't matter. They work on all time frames. We will teach you how to be right 90% of the time. There's no one else out there being able to do that. I can promise you that. All right, folks? So one other sector I'm going to keep a close eye on over the next week or two is the coal sector. With China lowering interest rates, it should be good for coal players, and PCX, low end of the chart here. You can see very, very dead lows. Hasn't bounced yet. And JRCC is another one. JRCC, low end of the chart here. So I'm not in these yet, but I am eyeing them very, very closely as possible plays. I do think they have a chance to squeeze should the right catalyst come out. A squeeze on these things could literally be 25-30% gains on them. They're very high risk, though. PCX, there was talk about it possibly not being able to make a payment on a loan. I'd probably steer my direction towards the JRCC, but both of them have the potential to squeeze monstrously. All right, on that note, folks, I'm going to bid you all farewell. Facebook right around that 2680 level. We'll see if it can push eventually through 27 today, but good stuff so far in that pattern. I will talk to you all later. Take care.